Here are 10 things to do on the island of Kauai. These restaurants and secret places are in the Princeville and Hanalei Bay area, plus one special place to eat right when you land in Hawaii that I will share at the end of this video. After 5 times of visiting the island of Kauai, there are some off the beaten path things that you can do near the North Shore. The number 1 hidden gem is Secret Beach in Princeville. Some call it the Hideaway Beach. And here's how you find your way to the Secret Beach. Turn into Princeville at the main entrance fountain. You're going to look up directions to Sea Lodge. It will be a row of condos at the very back of Princeville, but it has free parking right now, so please be respectful. You're going to see the Sea Lodge 1 sign. On the sign, you'll also see the sign pointing to the trail. I wore my Merrell sandals and I would not wear flip-flops down this trail. The path to the Secret Beach is pretty worn, but you're also going to see some exposed nails along the trail of stairs that people have made over the years. And do not go alone. I would also pack a bottle of water. The trail is only about half a mile, maybe round trip. It took us about 15 minutes to get down to the beach and then about 20 or so minutes to get back up the steep incline. I also highly recommend my husband's newest pair of Merrell shoes. They can get wet like mine can, but they also have a heel protection and support, unlike the strap on the back of Crocs shoes. Now, if you want to save this video to re-watch these directions, you can write them down, or you can go to this YouTube video and click the word save. And then that little pop-up screen, you're going to tap save to watch later box. Then when you reopen YouTube, you're going to click on the left-hand side where it says watch later to see those saved videos. Now, if you go to Kauai with kids, you're going to want to go to this next spot. The next hidden gem is a free thing to do in Princeville. When you see the Princeville fountain, you're also going to see the street sign for the public library in Princeville. This would be a great place to go if your kids or you are up at the crack of dawn. It's a great walking spot. Right now, the public library has free parking for you to park and have your kids. Please do not abuse it. Another hidden gem to us are 2 different beaches along the drive up, the beautiful scenic drive up from the airport to the North Shore. The reason why these are hidden gems, even though they're known throughout the tourism community, is that they're not crowded at any time of day. And all beaches in Hawaii are public and there is free parking. Sometimes you have to park on the sand, so just be prepared for that. First beach we recommend is Anahola, where my husband vacationed several times as a child. The same river that he played in as a child that runs into the ocean there is still there with a little island that your kids can play on. Now, there are signs that say beware of rip current, but this is a very small river that runs into there, and the beach is so long and not crowded that you can set up a space near the far end of the beach. Anini Beach is another beach that is not crowded and it's just beautiful. When we honeymooned here 20 years ago, we just sat in the car with the windows down after lunch and took a nap. Even in the middle of the day, your family may be the only ones on these beaches. Now, another hidden gem that we love to do, especially after visiting Kauai 5 times, is to drive past Hanalei Bay to the end of the road. The roads in Kauai do not go all the way around. They go about 3/4 of the way around the island. It is just beautiful driving through there if you're not in a hurry. And it has not changed much in 20 years because they are so strict with their zoning, etc. On the way to the end of the road on the island, you are going to pass over about 11 bridges once you pass Hanalei Bay. And the rules of the road are you're supposed to allow 7 cars to go across the bridge and then stop and wait so the other people on the other side of the bridge can go. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. I am a Houston pilot wife for now 20.1 years. I have 2 videos that may be very important to you. One is what not to forget to pack for Hawaii. And then I have another one if you have not traveled in a long time about packing tips that will help you. Now, if you've been to Princeville, you know about the ice cream store by Foodland called Lappert's. So this other hidden gem is just as good, and it's called Pink's down in Hanalei Bay. It's Pink's grilled cheese and ice cream store. There are 2 reasons we like this. One, their ice cream melts in your mouth as soon as you put it in. There's no chewing required. And number 2 is because It's off the beaten path of the Hanalei, the main road. So there's parking. There are a couple of tables, even though we ate ours in the car because we just wanted a sandwich that day. But we came back for the ice cream. A travel tip for Hawaii is that all of the restaurants are going to be about a 45-minute wait. So one idea that we have for you is to let your kids get ice cream at Pink's while you're waiting for your table to open up at the nearby restaurant. And all of the restaurants are good, but you can watch other videos of the restaurants that are there as well. Months ahead of our 20th anniversary, we decided to do a couples massage beachside. And the one that we recommend is near the end of the road. You go through Hanalei and then over all the bridges, and it's called Hanalei Day Spa. They have a little A-framed hut where you get to easily and discreetly change into whatever you want to wear to get the massage. But the sound of the waves is so loud right there. And there's a constant breeze as well. Highly recommend it. There's a coffee shop that's open certain days during the week, so you can go there afterwards. We almost forgot to bring $20 for each massage therapist, so don't forget that cash tip. Another thing that you will be able to do in the North Shore of Kauai is to visit the Hanalei scenic overlook of the Hanalei Valley. It is directly across from the fountain entrance of Princeville, and if you do not have a Hawaii driver's license, you're only going to have to pay $5. But this gives you a safe, protected, and expansive view of the Hanalei Bay Valley, and that's where you're going to see the iconic velvety green mountains in Kauai. It's just God's creation right there for the taking. It's so beautiful. If you have time, there is a hidden gem we would like you to do in Kauai, and that is the Hulau Chocolate Tour. It lasts about 2 hours, and you'll see that the solar-powered kitchen that Howard owns is where they cook up their chocolate. When you buy one of their chocolate bars, it says on the wrapper when the beans were harvested and when they were roasted to make that chocolate for you. It's amazing. We got to meet Howard, and he is thoroughly invested and passionate about his chocolate and takes care and precautions of creating and protecting it so that it's the best for you, and it is Kauai grown. We also went to the Maui chocolate tour in Maui, and that was fantastic as well. So my husband is a chocolate-aholic, I'm a cheese-aholic, or pasta-aholic. Our favorite thing to do, which is kind of a hidden gem still, is to visit the Kilauea Bakery and Pizza Shop in Kilauea. Kilauea has really spruced up their tourism areas that they have. You know, the lighthouse is there, but we did that 20 years ago on our honeymoon. But this place is the hidden gem because it opens at 6 a.m. There are so many coffee shops in Kauai and Hanalei Bay that do not open until later in the morning. So get there at 6, and a tip for finding the best cinnamon rolls still available is to know that they might not have those on Monday yet. Because I don't know if it's because we visited the day after Easter for our first time out of 4 times we visited the Kilauea Bakery in the mornings, but they were out the first day. If they are out, they also have tons of different baked goods, including croissants, and then my husband got a bacon strip cinnamon twist. It's a cinnamon twist with a bacon strip. There's covered seating, there's ample seating, and a little grassy area if you do have a few kids. The bathroom is clean there, and if you have the code. Another thing to do is right in Kilauea as well, and that is the Kilauea Fish Market. Now there is a fish market in Hanalei Bay. We went to this one because it's far less crowded. However, at lunchtime at the Kilauea Fish Market, there are only 3 tables that are covered, and the rest, which are plenty of them, are uncovered. So they're in the sun. Another travel tip for Hawaii is to remember that it might rain during the day. Just quick ones. So pack 1 pair of shoes that can get wet, and then if you're wearing flip-flops, make sure they do not flop up because you might be running through some sand and gravel area in the Hanalei Bay area, or if it's just rain, you might have some wet rain puddles flopping up on your cute travel outfit and your legs. The only reason we went to the fish market was for poke, and they had not gotten any in that day. I guess the fish weren't biting. But at the end of my lunch, I went back in and they had just cut up a bunch of delicious fresh batch of poke. I could eat Kalua pork and poke all day long, every day in Kauai with a side of cinnamon rolls and be super happy. And then the next thing to do is to walk across the street or across the parking lot to the little grocery store. It's like a Whole Foods kind of market, and buy fish, buy a tub of butter and a lemon, and go back to your condo and cook fish that night. Java Kai is in the next plaza over in Kilauea. They sell the Kauai coffee and it's far less crowded if you just want a coffee shop to go to. There's also a Java Kai with the pineapple mural on the back of it down in Kapa'a, but the traffic in Kapa'a is so awful. We recommend just waiting, getting your coffee up there at that Kilauea Java Kai. One thing to do at night near Princeville and Hanalei Bay is to visit the Hanalei Bay Resort restaurant. The restaurant is owned separately from the resort. You've got lots of tables to sit in, but the wait is going to be at least 45 minutes. And one tip for visiting the Hanalei Bay Resort restaurant with gorgeous views, especially at sunset, and a breeze through the open air lobby of that resort, is that the sign says, and their website says, they're going to close at 9. But what we saw was they stopped seating at 9, so you can stay as long as you want. Delicious, top-notch food, even though it's right there at the resort, and the drinks are so fun, and the live music is not too loud. Before the last thing to do in Kauai, I want to tell you 5 different tips, and that is that the traffic getting back to the airport is going to be very long. During the morning at 7:30 a.m., it took us an hour to get from Princeville to the Lihue airport, and it's all because of volume. It's not because there was a wreck somewhere. So add that to your check-in time before your flight away from Kauai. There are roosters everywhere, and they cock-a-doodle-doo all times of day. You will have some rain showers, and either you can get wet or pack a little umbrella. This umbrella is easy to pack because it fits in the palm of my hand for size reference. I did not pack my rain jacket this trip. If you want to eat at a specific restaurant, make sure you make reservation months in advance, at least 3 months out. The chocolate tour may already be filled up for the whole summer. Most places close really early in the afternoon, or they're closed at weird times of the week. And like I said earlier, do not go to a restaurant for dinner hangry because the wait is going to be 30 minutes to almost an hour long. I will link the condo where we stayed. It's more for couples because you are on the side of a bluff or cliff in the Princeville golf course, but it was very affordable and so clean. And another tip for Kauai is to know that there's not a lot of air conditioning in most places. So you might want to pack a little portable fan, or just know that breeze is going to be constant and it's going to be okay. It's humid there, but it's not humid like Houston, Texas humid. If you're not from the Northeast, you may not take your shoes off when you enter a house. In a condo that you rent in Kauai, they want you to take off your shoes right when you walk in the door. So you might want to pack some little slippers that are easy to pack. Mine are roll up, but remember my travel tip, you don't have to roll them up into your suitcase because it's going to take up that much space. Pack them flat in a little pocket or a little shoe bag or something like that, or grocery bag. One other thing we think you should do on the garden aisle is right when you land. You're already happy to be there. You're not hungry because you've taken a snack in the airplane. You're going to get your rental car and drive 40 minutes up Highway 50 to Porky's Kalua Pork Cafe. The line will be out the door, but it is worth the wait. You're in a good mood, so a long drive is going to be great with the windows down, and the fresh air and humidity that's not really humid is going to just refresh your senses. There's a clean bathroom to use out back. They butter the bread and heat up the Kalua pork like just perfectly. We chose to eat in our car. We saw a lot of locals from that military weapons, the nuclear territory area thing, NONRAD. They were eating there as well. So be sure you beat the crowd. If you're up early at the crack of dawn, head over to Porky's and be first in line, or go, but know that they're going to close at like 2 or 3 o'clock. Please let me know in the comments section, and let all of our community know in the comments section of things that you know to do that are kind of hidden or off the beaten path that not a lot of tourists know about. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. And say hey if we haven't met yet.